Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. We are dealing with unbearable heat this evening in Worcester County and across the state. Let's get you straight over to meteorologist Michael Page to find out when we can expect some relief.
The worst of the heat ends today, and then humidity slowly goes down as we work into tomorrow. Another warm and humid afternoon, though, all across central Massachusetts. Hit 90 at the airport in Worcester. Look at Boston, 98. And now this evening, it's still quite warm, just coming back from those highs slightly. It will stay warm and soupy all night. Still uncomfortable, still that way tomorrow morning. But this cold front that's in northern New England, bringing some clouds, a spotty shower and a storm there now, comes into southern New England tomorrow. That's what will end the worst of the heat. So tomorrow we're still in the 80s, humidity dropping slowly but surely all day. Very cool end of the week and start to the long holiday weekend, and then we rebound temperature-wise as we approach Labor Day back into the 80s. We'll talk all about these changes in the holiday forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
And the hot weather may be uncomfortable, but it can also be dangerous, especially for the elderly. In Worcester, the senior center saw an increase of visitors today looking to cool off. Our Brittany Schaefer joins us now to explain. Brittany?
Olivia, the senior center had its doors open for elders looking to cool down. One woman I spoke to say after being dehydrated and overheated, she needed the air conditioning. Margaret Snow-Janaski came to the Worcester Senior Center Wednesday to escape the heat.
It was excessively hot at home. It's just unbearable. It's too much.
Temperatures hit the 90s in the city for the second day in a row. Janaski says she went for a walk and nearly fainted.
I took a walk, but I just don't know how I got back. It was just oppressive, but I managed holding onto the lamppost. I think I was a little dehydrated because I was feeling a little dizzy.
The senior center seemed to be a hot spot to cool down. Stephen Duke came in for the air conditioning after working outside.
This morning I didn't feel that great because I work at the Rice Square School, so the heat kind of got to me.
The senior center says health risks can increase with the temperatures. They say they have plenty of room and urge the elderly to take advantage of their facility.
The heat is definitely the talk in the senior center, and many of our participants usually are here on a regular basis. However, many of them stay longer because they don't want to go back to a warm house, and there are a few people who have specifically come up here because they don't have AC in their home and they're here to cool off.
The center encourages residents to check on their elderly neighbors because it could save a life.
I mean, this is exceptional heat, so to stay in your home all day is pretty rough for people. Check on the elders and make sure that they're comfortable and hydrated.
The senior center says their doors will be open again tomorrow. The Worcester Public Library is also open as a cooling center. Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
And the heat forcing cancellations across Worcester County. Worcester Public Schools canceling all athletic events due to the extreme heat. School Safety Director Robert Pozzella says excessive exercise in these temperatures could be dangerous and the cancellations were necessary. The schools also had extra water bottles delivered to the schools Wednesday. Pozzella says student safety is their #1 priority.
It's always very difficult during this time of year where practices are taking place, scrimmages in order to prepare for the opening of the season. But when all else fails, you have to always look out for the health of our student athletes. So we hope that tomorrow the temperatures will go down and athletic practices will resume.
All after-school activities were also canceled at Bay Path Regional Vocational Technical High School in Charlton due to the heat. The Worcester Police Department also canceling their boxing event on the Common this evening. Many people are heading back to school this week, and some are taking to social media to share how they feel about it. This Shrewsbury mom posting a picture of her holding on to her daughter's ankles as they get ready for their first day back. In Northbridge, School Resource Officer DeJordy is sad summer is over, but happy to be back at school. And in Auburn, Resource Officer Kennedy sharing the same emotion. The department says they hope everyone enjoyed their break and are happy for another school year. Switching gears now, a scary surprise for a Worcester resident. Police say a thief broke into a home and was caught by the homeowner. Today, that man was in court facing multiple charges. Our Chandler Walsh spoke with the homeowner today and joins us now with more. Chandler?
Olivia, David Rand was in court today for a string of break-ins in Worcester over the past few days. Court documents show he broke into one residence a few days ago and 2 more Tuesday.
So I came out and confronted him and asked him what he was doing.
Christine was in her Worcester home when she noticed a man breaking into the closet on her porch. She says he told her he was getting some products, putting her cleaning supplies in a basket. Worcester police say her home is just one in the Union Hill neighborhood David Rand broke into Tuesday night.
I started screaming for my husband. By the third scream, he took off.
Surveillance video at another three-decker shows Rand looking around the second floor before noticing a camera and pushing it away.
That video was obtained by the police. The police do in fact believe that it clearly shows that this defendant was the one involved.
Rand was arraigned in Worcester District Court Wednesday on multiple charges, including breaking and entering, larceny, trespassing, and resisting arrest. He pled not guilty. Rand's lawyer says he did not put any alleged victims in danger.
There doesn't seem to be any indication that he was violent with any of these property owners.
According to police reports, Rand broke into a home days before, stealing multiple power tools. Prosecutors say the 45-year-old has a significant history of breaking and entering, dating back to when he was just 15.
I lost count of how many times he has been charged with larceny from a building or breaking and entering.
As for Christine, she was able to stop Rand from taking anything, but says it was a scary situation.
I was taken aback. I wasn't expecting it. My first instinct was to try and stop him and not let him go down the stairs, but I didn't know if he had a weapon on him.
Rand is being held on $20,000 cash bail. If posted, the judge has ordered he stay away from the alleged victims and their neighborhoods. Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.
Westborough police issuing a warrant for one of the suspects involved in a fake gold dust scam. Police say they have identified 31-year-old Joseph Boyack of Worcester as one of the suspects. The ID comes more than a month after 3 men met 2 others at the Extended Stay America Hotel on Computer Drive in Westborough in July to buy gold dust. Boyack was captured on surveillance video during the alleged scam. The other suspect has not been named. The town of Holden is getting an upgrade for its Department of Public Works. A new $18.5 million project will sit where this vacant building is on Industrial Road. The current structure will be demolished and a new 43,000 square foot facility will be built. DPW Director John Woodsmall says the new building will be safer and provide more space for workers.
We are working in a variety of very old, very worn out, unmodern facilities that are just simply not good working conditions.
And demolition of the current building is expected to begin within the next 3 weeks. The Worcester Regional Airport receiving a more than $460,000 grant for airport infrastructure. The U.S. Department of Transportation announced the Federal Aviation Administration will award $463,000 to install electrical equipment to provide power and air conditioning for aircraft parked at gates 1 and 2 at the terminal. The FAA says this is a voluntary airport low emissions program project and it will generate airport emission reduction credits. The airports can use the credits to meet future air emission regulation requirements. More positive samples of the West Nile virus has forced the state of Massachusetts to increase its risk levels in every city and town. This after the first human cases were announced last week. One was here in Worcester County. Our Cam Jandro joins us live now with more. Cam?
Olivia, as those positive samples continue to increase, the city of Worcester spraying all of its neighborhoods. They did so again last night. Now, for one local business owner, the increasing number of positive samples has him busier than he's ever been. When mosquitoes test positive for the West Nile virus, John Kulesh's business increases. And with several samples detected in Worcester already this summer, he's working long hours.
At first, we couldn't keep up with the phone calls, but we've been so busy. Every year, it seems like the business doubles.
Mosquito Squad sprays a barrier around properties to help keep mosquitoes away. Kulesh has started the pest control service focusing on mosquitoes and ticks after his daughter contracted Lyme disease. He says 2018 has been one of the more difficult years.
But because of the wet, humid, hot, and wet weather we've had this summer, mosquitoes have been double of what they have been before, especially from last year.
Last week, The state's Department of Public Health increased risk levels to moderate for all of Massachusetts. It's only the second statewide increase since the virus was first detected in 2000. Dr. George Abraham serves as the chief of medicine at St. Vincent Hospital and has experience treating victims.
One of my own patients who I take care of succumbed to the disease right here in this hospital from West Nile virus, and he came in actually with seizures which he's never had before.
There have been 3 confirmed human cases so far this year, 1 in Worcester County. Treatment, however, still remains a challenge for those infected.
We don't have any specific antidote to the virus per se, so we end up treating them for all their complications.
Autumn and cooler temperatures are approaching, but Kalesha says the area is still in the most dangerous time frame of the year.
The humid, wet, hot temperatures, it's the perfect breeding ground for mosquitoes.
Cam Jandro, Worcester. Now, Kalesha expects to be doing mosquito prevention until about October or so. The city of Worcester is still urging its residents to use the 5 Ds of mosquito prevention. You can find them on the city's website. Reporting in Worcester tonight, I'm Cam Jandro, Worcester News Tonight.